Morning. It's Wednesday, August 21st. Today I want to tell you that I do a lot of work on my computer, as all of you know. And being on the computer is a wonderful, wonderful thing. But it's also a dangerous place, because there are many things that can happen on computers that we, the general public, are not truly aware of. And one of the major problems with computers is that they can be hacked, and you have to protect your documents and your information as best you can. And so when I read an article that the U.S. has concluded that Iran is behind hacking attempts targeting Trump and Harris's campaigns, I know the value of the information that can be gathered you are able to hack. And I know that most people don't have the adequate protections to keep their information safe and sacred. So in this instance, Donald Trump's information was hacked. But they failed on the Biden-Harris campaign side. Now, the U.S. government concluded that the Iranian government was behind the hack and leak operation that targeted Donald Trump's presidential campaign. But they failed in their attempt at Biden-Harris. So the FBI has told former President Trump of their preliminary findings. And this was after the news organization reported receiving documents believed to have come from an account belonging to a senior Trump campaign official. So the Iranians were pretending to be this former campaign official, and they were sending information out to various organizations. So this is the clearest evidence about Iran being out there, trying to influence the 2024 election. So I wonder, with the way that Donald Trump has operated and the way he considers certain nations his friends, if his sloppy handling of information and allowing it to be hacked doesn't concern him as much as it would concern somebody else. Maybe he feels that countries who are getting his information are going to use it to his benefit. Now, that's a far-out, nasty thing to imagine. But with Donald Trump, I think he'll do anything to win the election. So in any event, our intelligence community is confident that the Iranians have, through social engineering and other efforts, tried to access the information of other individuals that have direct access to the presidential campaigns of both Trump and Harris. And that's information that's coming from the Office of the Director of National Intelligence of the FBI. And also the Cybersecurity Agency is in there with the same thing. They said it's important to note that this approach is not new. Iran and Russia have done these things many times before. They target the United States and many of our election cycles, but also beyond the US, they do this to other countries too. So there are evil people out there in cyberspace. One must protect the information that they consider extremely valuable. And countries like the US and their allies have to be extremely careful, for cyber attackers are out there looking to get the edge on any way they can. So of course Iran rejected anything that was said about them. They called it unsubstantiated claims. They denied that their government was behind any hack and any leak operation. The Islamic Republic of Iran harbors neither the intention nor the motive to interfere with U.S. presidential elections. That's what the Iranian minister said. We can't believe them. Because during the 2020 election cycle, Iran caught U.S. officials off guard with how aggressive it was in trying to meddle in a particular election. And it even included threatening election officials. So now, 4 years later, the element of surprise is gone. But Iran didn't learn a lesson about being caught in 2020. So Iran is less willing to try to cause chaos during the election. But Iran shows no remorse in what they were caught at in 2020. And they are trying now to interfere with our election again in 2024. And this interference, of course, causes chaos, according to current and former officials. Of course it's chaotic. Can't afford to have our election cycle tampered with. So in this current election cycle, the Iranian hackers in June breached the personal email account of Trump ally Roger Stone, and then use that email account to break into the account of other senior Trump campaign officials in a persistent effort to access campaign records. That was reported by CNN. They also created an account with a fictitious name, Robert. And Robert was one of those individuals who managed to get research files on Trump's vice presidential running mate, J.D. Vance. So these hackers are not messing around. They're not kidding. They're out to affect the results of the U.S. election if they can. And I don't know whether these people are Republicans or Democrats. But in any event, we cannot afford to close our eyes and not watch our internet universe with the utmost professional care. So I leave you with that. Hacking can be a disastrous event. Have a great day. Bye.